Hi, my name is Don Warrener. Because some of you have asked, I've created my biography here in both video and still photography. Let me say here at the outset, I'm just another Canadian cowboy who likes to punch and kick just like you do. I do prefer to be called Don by my colleagues in martial arts, unless I am your direct sensei. Then sensei is just fine. No Hanchi, master, no Shihan, just simply Don. No red belts or candy cane belts for me. If a black belt is good enough for Sensei Richard Kim, Morio Higaonna, and Hidetaka Nishiyama, then it's good enough for me. I was born on January the 14th, 1948 in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. In 1966, March the 15th, I began my karate training under the guidance and tutelage of Benny Allen, the best fighting instructor I personally have ever met. On March the 15th, 1968, 2 years later to the day, I was given my Shodan by him and certified by legendary Richard Kim. I also won the Canadian Karate Championships that year at McMaster University in the senior belt division. Later in the year, I was asked by my high school teacher, Ian Steele, to start teaching at the local high school. Then, in 1971, after being fired from every job I had, I decided I would start teaching karate full-time. Later that year, I was fortunate enough to win the Eastern Canadian Karate Championships in London, Ontario, in both kata and kumite. In 1973, I was asked to try and break the Guinness World Book of Records for brick breaking, which I did. I broke 3,744 bricks in 4 hours and 44 minutes, to be recognized by the Guinness officials as a world record. I then began to develop a system of business management for schools, including advertising, selling, teaching, techniques that have never been taught. This developed over the years to where I opened 32 professional schools with an average of 300 students per school and 9,000 students. In 1978, I went with my sensei, Richard Kim, to Japan, where he introduced me to Gogen the Cat Yamaguchi and his son Goshi, who were so kind to allow me to train in the Mecca of Goju at the time. Then, in 1981, I began to develop a book publishing and magazine publishing company, similar to O'Hara Publications, which is still active today, calling itself Masters Publishing. In 1986, I bought a run-down old building in Hamilton, Canada, called the Hamilton Custom House, and received a National Heritage Award from the Canadian government for the restoration and preservation of this national treasure. I turned it into an instructor's college for martial arts. It is now a historical museum for the steelworkers of Hamilton. In 1998, I decided to move to Hollywood, California, and give it a shot behind the camera. As a producer of martial arts instructional videos, and along with acclaimed Hollywood director Isaac Florentine, we produced hundreds of DVDs that are sold on www.warrenerentertainment.com. as well as over hundreds of feature films are distributed on this site. I must also tip my hat to Emil Farkas for all his help once I moved to Los Angeles. He introduced me to the who's who of martial arts and the Hollywood elite. It was amazing.
So you see the weapons.
In 2005, I became Jean-Claude Van Damme's liaison to the martial arts world, and remain so till this day. He is truly an incredible actor, and as well, his martial arts skills are second to none. Do not underestimate this man. In 2006, I came up with the idea of creating the Canadian Black Belt Hall of Fame. Recently, I resigned as it simply became very political and different than what my goals were for it. The new leadership are good people, but this is not the direction I seen it when I came up with the idea. One of my many blessings in the martial arts is to receive instruction from some of the world's finest teachers of martial arts. Names like Benny Allen, Bob Dalgleish, Frank Lee, Richard Kim, Gogen Yamaguchi, Peter Urban, Hidetaka Nishiyama, Hirokazu Kanazawa, Goshi Yamaguchi, Masami Soroka, Morihei Onna, Wally J, Fumio Domura, Joe Louis, Chuck Merriman, Dom Lopez, and several others. But Richard Kim was the man who turned me into a lifer in the martial arts. He had the right formula for me. In 2009, I was promoted by Sensei Masami Soroka, the father of Canadian karate, to 8th Dan, and later by Sensei Chuck Merriman as well to 8th Dan. My martial arts instruction includes Goju-Ryu Karate, Shotokan Karate, Capoeira, boxing, White Crane Kung Fu, Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, Kobudo, to name but a few. I also graduated from the National Coaching and Development Program at McMaster University in 1981.
Now he's going to do Techo.
Presently, I am developing an all-new concept in magazines so that they are interactive, linking YouTube videos, websites, and lots more. They are all free and aimed at individual arts. I expect to have 20 magazines by the end of 2021 and over 200 by the end of 2024. Now, let's see what happens next on the menu of life. I am just getting started.
Do the blocking, as many as you can, blocking techniques and striking techniques.
Keep smiling, Don Warrener.